related to the African heritage that we have inherited from the slaves. The name of the artist, Salvador González Escalona. He started in 1990 and he was regarded as a crazy guy because was almost prohibited to paint outdoor without political themes. At the same time, was 2 years before of the declaration of the free exercise of religion. Nowadays, is one of the most important muralists here in Cuba, one of the most important street artists here in Cuba, and still crazy, of course. Nowadays, we are a community project where we have different kind of activities. Sundays, we have rumba, party in the street, music. You know the rumba party is rumba is the most rhythmically sophisticated, non-secret music here in Cuba, the African soul of Cuban music. But we have activity for children on Saturdays and to promote traditional Cuban music the last Friday of the month. Indeed, in this place we visualize the African heritage, we legitimize this tradition. In a country where this tradition is still regarded as witchcraft, black magic, something negative, but however, is an indispensable part of our identity. Remember that during the Atlantic slave trade were brought here to Cuba around 1,300,000 slaves from Senegal until Angola, around 80 ethnic groups, and as a result, we are still practicing in Cuba 4 religions with African roots. The most popular, Santeria, everybody know about that, is described as a mixture between Catholicism and African religion from Nigeria, but I totally disagree with that definition. We have Arara culture that came from Benin, Reclas de Palomonte from Congo, and the secret society Abakwa. That's a mutual aid society just for men. And the artists of this place paints inspired by all of them. Here, you see symbols of what we call African imagery. For instance, that painting in blue is inspired by Yemaya, goddess of the sea, maternity, fertility, the mistress of the surface of the sea. From Santeria, where we worship Orishas. Orishas are natural forces, personal spiritual being that empower all life. Ori means head. That's why we have a lot of profiles in his paintings. Head, Sha, God. That means that you have your own energy. That energy is in communion with one natural force that is your God, your Orisha. That you have to be in balance in order to fulfill your destiny that has been given by the God Almighty, because they do believe in one supreme being who created mankind, Earth, and then he got retired. And he left on Earth the Orishas to maintain the order. Anyway, besides their elaborated philosophy or theology or the art inspired by this tradition, Santeria is a very practical religion that we use in our daily life to face our shortages. I always remember when I was at the primary school, I always had problems with my teachers. And I was a very bad student. And my mother, that she was Catholic, she sent me to see one of the santeros, and he advised me to take a piece of paper to write down their names. Over their names, my name, and then I had to place that piece of paper inside of the cooler part of the refrigerator in order to neutralize, to freeze the bad energy from them. Of course, all of my teachers are still inside there. And that's the way we use Santeria in Cuba, and that is what Salvador González is trying to stand for in this mural. The essence of this tradition, the artistic values of this culture. Do I make myself clear?
Sí,
If
sí.
you have any question, please don't ask. Okay, follow me here to the studio of the artist. Salvador González recently came from the United States of America, where he painted the mural in Virginia. He's done murals in Virginia, Pittsburgh, Philip, New Jersey, and some other places in the United States of America. Follow me here to the studio of the artist. You are allowed to take pictures, you're allowed to film. Please don't break anything.
That includes you there.
Come closer here, this is his studio. Ya tienen que estar preparados. No hace falta que el ruido sea mínimo ahora, con el permiso de ustedes, caballero. Que el ruido sea mínimo. Come closer, I don't bite. Okay? Yeah. It's a little bit dirty because of dust. We are in construction now, but closer, come closer. Closer. Get closer, please. Don't be afraid. We don't bite. We don't make wish